Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So we are moving into fall, and so I thought it would be fun to do a video talking about my fall essentials. These are beauty products that as soon as it becomes fall, I start really reaching for these products and really wanting to use these products. So I thought I'd just share with you some of my favorite products for fall. One of the first things that comes to mind for me is having a good face oil. And I have oily skin. And my skin is pretty oily all year round, but as the weather does start getting cooler and it starts getting drier outside and we start running the heat more, I can get dry patches on my skin. And my skin also, just as the weather shifts, sometimes it can do kind of funny things. So even though I do have oily skin, it is important for me to use oils to really keep my face nice and nourished and not dry. And one of the ones that I've been using recently and really loving has been the Bristol & Sussex. This is their Hydrate Oil, and I did do a sponsored post on Instagram about the new Bristol & Sussex products, but this is not a sponsored video. I'm just talking about it because I love it, and that's why I decided to do a sponsored post because, you know, I truly love their products. And this oil, it's been a really great oil for me to be using as we're transitioning into fall because it is a rather lightweight oil. And even though I have oily skin, this is the one and only oil that I can actually put on my face in the morning and then put makeup on top of, and it's not too heavy and it doesn't make my face too oily or greasy throughout the day. It just provides the perfect level of hydration. And I mean, I'm also kind of obsessed with the color of this. I mean, if this is not a fall colored face oil, I don't know what is, but it really has been great for me. Just putting a little bit on in the morning does wonders for my skin. And really just using any face oil as this weather is changing to kind of drier, colder weather really helps to keep your face in check. Because that's one of the things you want to do is be kind of preventative in your skincare. And you don't want to let your face get to a point where it's already dry and you have dry patches. You want to kind of transition your skincare as the weather is transitioning. And that being said, face masks are another really great item to use during the fall. One of my all-time favorite face masks is the Leilani Mermaid Mask. For me, this face mask is great for whatever ails you. And Leilani does have new packaging, but I don't have the new packaging yet. I'm still working through a jar of the old packaging of the mermaid mask. What I like about this is it leaves my skin feeling very hydrated, very nourished, very soft. This mask just does miracles. Whenever my skin just feels kind of irritated or upset, whether it is acne or whether it is a change in seasons, this mask just always does whatever I need it to. And so I 100% recommend trying this mask, but really any kind of nourishing, hydrating face mask, whatever that may be for you, I recommend using that during the fall season. But this one definitely has gotten my stamp of approval. You've seen it many times on my channel over the years. Another product I started reaching for more is a hand cream. I don't find that I need to use hand creams during the summer as much because my hands don't get as dry. But as soon as the weather starts getting cold, one of the things that gets dry is my hands. And I've really come to love this one from Juice Beauty. This is their Green Apple Age Define Hand Cream. And what I like about it is it's lightweight, it absorbs in, but it's hydrating, it's moisturizing, but it doesn't leave my hands feeling gloopy or slippery. It's the kind of lotion that you can put on your hands, but still go about your day. I typically use this at night, but if my hands throughout the day are feeling really dry, it's lightweight enough that I do reach for it during the day as well. And I also like that it is supposed to help with aging on your hands. I don't know, I'm not really dealing with that yet. I'm only 26. But I like the fact that it does have ingredients in there that are supposed to help prevent aging, so that's nice too. Because this weather is getting drier, one of the things I also like to use is a more kind of dewy foundation. And I have oily skin, but even though I have oily skin, I don't always like my foundation to look completely matte. I do like my foundation to look more natural and have a bit of just natural glow to it. And I have found foundations that even though they are a more dewy finish, do not break apart on me. Because here's the thing, regardless of what foundation I use, my face is going to get oily. Like, that's a given. Even if I use a completely matte foundation, my face is going to be oily by the end of the day. But what I'm looking for in a foundation is one that when my face starts getting oily, that I don't actually see the foundation breaking apart, wearing off of my T-zone area and just kind of like separating so that you can see my skin. That's what I'm trying to avoid. And I have some dewy foundations that I love to use during the fall and winter because even though they are more dewy, they're not breaking apart on me. And the first one is the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. I've been wearing this all summer long. It also has worked great on me throughout the summer, but it's still working great for me now. I did not expect to fall as in love with this foundation as I have. I have the shade Formentera, I guess, Formentera, and this is the lightest shade and it is a good shade match for me. I just love it. Like, if you've been curious about this foundation, it 100% works so well. And I think that's what's impressive for me is even with my oily skin, it is working extremely well, even though it is a more dewy finish. And then another foundation, which is the one I'm wearing today, which is one of my favorites as well, is the Au Naturale Stick Foundation. I have the shade in Porcelain. So this is also a good shade match for me. I've gone through numerous of these sticks. I would say out of the two that if you're looking for a more full coverage foundation, the Au Naturale is more full coverage. The Ilia is a little bit more of a medium coverage. I mean, the Au Naturale is not perfectly full coverage, but you can definitely build it up more than you can the Ilia, but these both give you pretty good coverage, which I also like, because I think as you're moving into fall and start wearing things like vampier lipsticks, more intense eye looks, you want your foundation to have a little bit more coverage than you would if you're just going for like a really glowy summery look. And using these more dewy foundations really help to keep your skin looking glowing and hydrated, even if your skin itself is not as glowy and hydrated as it was during the summer. You can fake it with those kind of foundations. Another product that I always start reaching for as soon as it becomes fall is some sort of fall lipstick. And I'm going to be doing a video all about my favorite fall lipsticks coming up in the near future, so stay tuned for that. But the one I'm wearing today and the one that I automatically think of when I think fall is the lipstick from Root in the shade Jenny. And it's just this beautiful vampy purple color and I love it. Like, this screams fall to me. So I think having some sort of fall lipstick, it doesn't have to be as intense as Root Jenny, but just having your fall lipstick shade is a must. Root Jenny is definitely one of my favorites. I just love it. And then another thing that's always nice to go along with these vampire lipstick shades is a good lip liner. And I have fallen in love with the Red Apple Lipstick lip liner, and this is in the shade Barely Pink, and that I use to line my lips. And it's not super deep, but you can build it up if you kind of press hard on it, so you can get a color that's pretty close to the lipstick shade. This works very well, for instance, with Root Jenny. And what I've come to really love about the Red Apple lipstick liners is they're so creamy. They are my favorite out of all the lip liners I've tried in Green Eco Beauty. So if you're looking for a lip liner, especially in the fall to go with these darker shades, definitely check out Red Apple lipsticks, and the shade Barely Pink is a great one, at least for me. It works very well for these deeper lipsticks. And then of course, to go along with the deeper lipsticks, you need a lip scrub. One of my favorite lip scrubs has been the New Body Pina Colada Sugar Lip Polish. You guys have heard me talk about this so many times. I gave away one of these in a giveaway because I just love it. And having, you know, smooth lips is really important when you're applying these deep, dark shades. They'll kind of show any dryness on your lips. This sugar scrub is just the perfect consistency to get off that dry skin on your lips. I love it. It has been a game changer for me. I just can't rave about it enough. And I had no idea that you could fall this in love with a lip scrub, but somehow I managed to do it, and I just love using this. And the scent, of course, is great. It smells like a pina colada, which is just amazing, and it just does a great job. And because it's kind of a thicker consistency, it's not messy, like it's not too oily. It's the right consistency to scrub your lips and do a good job. Another thing I love spicing up when it becomes fall is my eyeshadow looks. And I tend to go in two directions with my eyeshadow looks. I either like to go with really warm toned shadows during the fall, or I really like to go more berry toned with my eyeshadow looks. What I'm wearing today on my eyes are some of the Mother Bear's Handmade eyeshadows, and this is a palette that is kind of inspired by the Mario Kim Kardashian West eyeshadow palette. I can link this palette itself from the Mother Bear's Handmade Etsy shop, and I have done a video reviewing this palette and doing a tutorial using it, so I can also link that up above for you guys to check out. But I honestly can't say enough good things about Mother Bear's Handmade eyeshadows. I've been trying out quite a few different palettes recently, and it had been a little while since I'd touched these, and when I went back to them, I was like, oh yeah, I remember just why I love them so much. The metallics are so metallic. The mattes are so pigmented, but they blend really easily. They're just kind of the perfect eyeshadows. Like, she's really got her formula down and they're super awesome. She has so many warm toned eyeshadows. You can really get those warm toned fall looks that you want. And then also I like this palette too because it actually does come with a berry shade as well. This is the shade Garnet, which you can also purchase many of these shades separately as well. As soon as fall rolls around, those warm shades, I just can't get enough of them. And then for kind of more berry shades, I wouldn't say they're exactly berry, but for more like cool tone pink shades, if you want to kind of go for a very berry look, I have been reaching for the Beauty Counter Romantic Eyeshadow Palette. This is, as you can see, it's definitely more cool tone, and you've got this very purpley shade here, so it's a great option if you want to go that kind of more monochromatic berry look as well, so that's a fun option too. And these are great eyeshadows. Honestly, I don't know if they're quite as good as some other Bear's Handmade. It's hard to top those, really. It really is. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, it's really hard to top those, but these are really great eyeshadows. They're very pigmented, they blend easily. So this is another great option as well. And then the final option, which I'm not wearing because I need to paint my nails tonight, that's on my to-do list, but I love this fall nail polish shades. And one that I really like is the shade Canal Street by Joe Chic. This is a really nice fall color for me. It's kind of like a pinky raspberry shade, but it's not too deep. So if you want to go for a fall look, but not go like totally like a dark purple or a dark red or something like that, I think this shade is really great. And Joe Chic is a 5 free nail polish formula, and I really love the Joe Chic polishes. Like, these have worked extremely well for me, and Canal Street is definitely a shade that I reach for during the fall. And then another shade that I've come to love has been the Treat nail polish in So Chic. I believe this one's like 5 or 7 free. I forgot how many free Treat is as well, but it's some number free. And it's this very deep purple shade. It almost looks black on the nails. It's also a beautiful nail polish color. What are your must-have products for fall? What are the products you reach for as soon as the weather starts getting cool? Let me know all of that in the comment section down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also check out my Instagram. I'll have my handle down below. I'm at naturallybeautifulgirl. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.